All right, what is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Unconventional Mindset. My name's Odum, and of course, what we do right here is we live stream every single day, Monday through Friday, our process of trying to figure out how to build ourselves a company, which is going to generate us $1 million in revenue every single year. Last year, we made 150K, 150K. We made 100K last year. This year, we're hoping to make 250. We'll see how that's going to go. And as we march on to the 1 million. And what we do is we have two kind of business, I guess you could say businesses, is we have Pixel Media, which is our website design and development agency. And we also have created Pixel Pieces, which is a product that we have, which is WEBFLOW components and templates, which allow people to build websites faster. So we're trying to sell that and we're trying to get all that stuff going. And yesterday we talked a lot about the path moving forward here, because there's been a lot of I've been thinking a lot about if I should be changing directions, if I need to be thinking about the types of services that we have, or if we should go into do more video production instead of web design and development. And basically I came to the conclusion that we've been doing websites, building websites for clients for the past 2 years, and it's been enough to be able to create this business that's at least enough to be able to sustain myself and my family. But we haven't really put forth the right effort or the right amount of effort in order to see if we could build it to something even bigger and to see if we can build ourselves, our Pixel Pieces, our product into something that could really elevate our business to that 6 and 7 figure recurring income stream. So we decided yesterday to okay, we're just going to focus on doing that. And then the focus, of course, is going to be even over the next 3 months. I just want to even just think about what we're going to be doing for the next 3 months and over the next rest of the year to help move us towards that goal. And then to just give a little bit of a recap of what that goal is. And we have it right here is really what I want to do is I want to create this educational platform, right? That helps teach people how to make websites. So I've been building websites for about 20 years now, and I think I have a lot to contribute, to the community, which has been so helpful for me because I don't have any formal education in building websites. Everything has been learned through trial and error, and then of course through people that have been posting up great insights and information on the internet. So that's part of the goal. And the other part of it is to also within this, creating an educational platform, but also to have products that people can purchase or use or whatever the case may be to help them build better websites faster, or at the end of the day, help them make more money. And there's lots of different things that we can talk about, which we will talk about in terms of what we can end up building and what that's going to look like. But that's the overall goal of what it is that I'm trying to do, is just to create this platform where people can come in and they can learn how to make websites, how to make money making websites, how to build better websites, and then the different tools that they can use, whether we create those tools or there's even other external tools that are fantastic as well, that they can come together and kind of learn. So that's kind of the short-term goal. And again, thinking about what I was talking about over the past week, and even over the past few weeks, is I haven't given it 100% effort for a good 6 to 12 months to make it work in the sense of how I want it to work. Because it's paying the bills, but I wanted to do more than that, right? We're trying to build a very long-term sustainable business that's going to generate us. I have this money, this number of having $1 million a year, right? So it's just this kind of monetary goal, but it's not really about the money. It's really about creating something that's sustainable and something that gives me, purpose and fulfillment. But it's just nice, of course, obviously, those live streams, how to, build a business of $1 million. It's a good number too, to if you reach that number, you're more than likely probably going to feel pretty good about your financial situation anyways, as an individual, right? So, or even as a company, I guess. So again, so what I want to talk about today is, with this goal in mind, what is the next 3 months going to look like for the rest of the year? So I'm going to go just skip through this because this is stuff that I talked about yesterday. So if you check out yesterday's live stream where I kind of went over these kind of 4 slides that I made for this. But here's what I really want to talk about today. And it's just thinking about how I'm going to spend my time thinking about those goals, or thinking about that goal of what I want to achieve, and then what I need to do today and for the rest of the year in order to help move towards that goal. So I want to be productive, but I want to make sure that my productivity is not just being busy for the sake of being busy. It's actually doing things that are going to make the needle move in my business and in the company. So I've kind of broken this down into, generally speaking, there's 7 days a week. How many days, like work days or whatever, I'm going to be working on to achieve that goal, right? So, and then these aren't solid, fast rules or numbers or anything like that, but it's just the things that I've been thinking about kind of percentage-wise, how I should be spending my time. So I have 1 day out of the week. I think I should be spending that time into improving Pixel Pieces, and that's our product. So I think I could probably actually, let me just bring it up here, right? So here's Pixel Pieces. This is our Webflow template and component library. So we have free plan and we have all access plan, no subscriptions. If you know me, I'm so sick and tired of subscription services. I'm sick of not owning my stuff that I purchase. I'm sick of not having access if I don't pay. So I don't want to do that in my business. I don't want to hold people to the same standards that I absolutely hate. So anyway, so we decided to make it a one-time payment. And anyway, so this is it here. So we have 407 components, and I think we have 2 templates, right? So we can improve that. We can keep working on it. We can think about how we can make the UI a little bit better, how we can make the interface better once people are logged in, and how they interact with the components, how they find and search and filter through the components. Can I log in here real quick? I don't have that. Just very quick here. Right. Right. So when you're coming in here, when you're filtering through the different components, 2 columns, whatever, or you're looking for something with buttons, even something with tabs. I don't know, whatever it is, right? Like, how could we make the user interface better for how people are going to be kind of using the product, right? So there's that. So I figure if we spend 1 day a week on that, I think that'll be good. And we could also think about spending 1 day a week or part of that time as well, looking at Pixel, this is our website for our agency, because we still want to be bringing in money through our agency while we develop the educational content that's going to hopefully drive traffic towards this. But we still need to, put food on the table in a sense. So there's things that we can do on this website, especially getting a better view over the work that we've actually done. I think we could do a much better job on that, and maybe even talk about the services that we offer, and maybe even change things up a little bit. That might be something that we might do in the near future, actually. But anyways, spending about 1 day a week working on that, I think is a good amount of time for that, because you could spend all the time in the world making a product as perfect as you possibly can get it, or as much as you think you can get it. But if you don't have customers going in there and actually using it and saying like, hey, actually, I would prefer this, or this doesn't work really well, or getting that feedback from customers, you could end up spinning your wheels for months and months and months building something that nobody wants at the end of the day. So we don't want to focus too much of our time on that. So then I have the next thing here is 4 days a week creating content. So that's going to be the main avenue of which I'm going to be marketing myself and marketing our products and services that we offer, is creating YouTube videos, long form content it's all about education and how to teach people, whether it's using WEBFLOW or maybe it's using stuff with Figma or just web design in general, HTML, CSS, whatever the case may be. Really thinking about that one avatar that we have is the beginner person, 0 to 2 years experience, building websites or learning how to build websites. That's the kind of niche that we're going to be looking for. So it's going to be those types of tutorials and that type of content, which is going to help people in their beginning part of their journey into becoming a web professional, if that's kind of the avenue that they want to go towards. So we're going to work tirelessly to create that kind of content. 4 days a week, that's going to be pretty much everything that we're going to be doing. And then I have here on average, and then this is going to change depending on what comes through the door, but 1 day a week working on the client work, so the things that our clients want us to do for them and for maintaining and operating and improving their websites. So we have those existing clients. We want to make sure we're doing the work for them and set aside the time to actually be able to do that work. And then also even thinking about how we can improve the client relations with maybe clients that we've had in the past, but maybe we're not doing any work for them right now. And just, touching base with them, writing them letters and saying like, hey, wondering how things went with this conference or this or that, and just maintaining that open communication so that they know that we're still there and that we still care about them. Because at the end of the day, people always say it's easier to maintain clients than it is to try to get brand new ones. So instead of trying to spend, say, a lot of marketing money bringing in new clients, why not spend that money trying to do more for the clients you already have that have already given you money, right? And maybe you can figure out ways how to improve their lives by giving more value to them as a business. So I think spending a day a week doing that is going to be good for business. And then the last day of the week is spending time networking with local businesses or local entrepreneurs and just people that are around the area. So exactly how this is going to look, I'm not sure. So we were talking a lot before about potentially doing a podcast and just talking with local businesses about their business and things that they're doing. And doing something like that, while that does take a lot of time, I think on average spending one day a week in terms of, say, filming a podcast a week with a guest and all that, the research that goes involved and all that stuff, editing and all that kind of stuff, it could be doable to do something like that. But again, I'm not entirely sure what that's going to look like and how that's going to go. But thinking about engaging with the community, if there's any things that I can do to get myself into doing some like live teaching or live workshops, teaching small business owners how to make websites, how to get websites for as cheap as possible, because obviously lots of entrepreneurs don't have a lot of money. So just really trying to figure out how to engage with the local community and get people to know who I am and get people to know what it is that I do and what I can do. And there'd be nothing more than I would love to do is to have people that are in the community that are like, hey, I have a friend that's wanting to start up a new hair salon, and hey, why don't you give Pixel up a call? And they'll give you a hand in helping you figure out all the tech and all the kinds of stuff that you might want to set up into your business to make things more efficient or to automate things or whatever the case may be, right? So I'd love to be that resource that people know me here locally. At least starting locally, I think is going to be the easiest thing to do than to start trying to go global or whatever, right? So I think that's going to be really, really good. So I'm looking forward to spending the time to try to figure out how I can engage with the community. And I think what I was thinking of is by having a podcast. I mean, that's a great way to even just reach out and make an introduction to people saying, hey, I see your business. It's really, really cool. I'd love to sit down and talk to you, learn more about what it is that you do. And I think that just anybody who's starting a business or whatever would find value in the work that you do. And people love to talk about the things that they do. I love to talking about people about the things that they're doing. And it's just another way too, even to give them some more marketing materials that they can take and they could, put that on their social media and all that kind of stuff too. Right. So, so lots to think about there, but that's at the high level, how I'm planning on spending my time. So you might notice right off the bat that I have 7 days of work, and you might be thinking, well, you only work 5 days out of the week because, what about the weekends? So for me, I generally always work on the weekends, and there is really, for me anyways, there are no days off because I'm dedicated to making this work. This is how I put food on the table. My wife stays home with the kids, and so there's no income there, and she helps out with the business as well too. So there are no days off until we get to the point where we're very, very comfortable financially where we could afford that. So does that mean I work like 1,000 hours, like I'm just working 16 hours a day? No. Some days yes, but some days no. But if there's, something that is going on the weekend, or if there's things that the client needs that I need to make new websites or whatever the case may be, even just over last weekend, I probably spent about 10 hours doing video edits for a client all over the weekend because they needed the videos by Monday. So that's just the things that you need to do, and the things that, at least for me, I'm ready and capable to do that. So that might not work for you if you're trying to start your business and you only want to do the Monday through Friday. That is 100% fine. I'm not saying anything about anybody's decisions that they're going to make for what works for themselves. This is just what works for me. And when I'm doing this kind of stuff, I actually enjoy it as well too. So I don't feel as if oh goodness, I gotta work here again. Oh, it's trying to find something that you like to do that brings you a sense of purpose, so that when you are working on it, it doesn't seem so much like work. Of course, there's going to be days where you're going to feel like, oh, I don't want to get out of bed. I don't want to do this. I think that's going to be with anything. Like, I love playing hockey. Like, hockey's like everything to me. But if I was a professional hockey player, I think there'd be days where I'm going to the rink every single day where I'd be like, okay, enough's enough. I'm just tired. I just want to stay in bed, or I just want to watch a movie or whatever. I can imagine that. So there's always going to be those days, but you want to have it so that most of the time, the things that you're doing actually makes you kind of feel pretty good. And that's one of the reasons why, for me, I'm a pretty big proponent and an advocate for, if you can try to find a way to come up with your own job and come up with your own business so that you could pay yourself as opposed to working for somebody else, and you could do something that you actually like doing as opposed to doing something that might not, a lot of people just kind of have a job, right? Because, hey, it pays the bills, and that's fine. But if you can find something, if you can step out of your comfort zone and figure out how you can make something that you want to do work, I think that's amazing. And I think we should all try to strive for that. If people have the right temperament, you have to have the right temperament, I think, to be an entrepreneur. But I think more people than not have that inside them, but I think they've just never had the opportunity or the even the thoughts that they could make something like that happen. So yeah, and that's one of the things too that I want to promote here, I guess, with this live stream, is that, you know what, if I can do it, you can do it, and you just got to get down and do the work and make sure you're doing the right things to help move yourself forward. And that's one thing that I'm learning too, and I'm going through it here, I guess, in real time with you guys, trying to figure this thing out. So yeah, so that's where my head is at right now, and really, really focusing on doing the right things that's going to move the needle forward within the company, because I need to think about how I can serve my customers and how I can serve the people that I want to serve. And from there, I think that's where things are going to end up flowing in terms of the revenue that's going to be generating in. If I could produce content that's going to help people, and it can help with myself in terms of marketing myself and people to know who I am, then from there, that's where the word of mouth and everything is going to end up picking up. So keep working every single day, do the right things, and I think good things are going to happen. So I'm really looking forward to what the next 3 months are going to be in store for us here at Pixel, and we'll go from there. So I think that's being said, there's a couple of people here in the stream. Thank you so much for joining and for tuning in. I definitely do appreciate that. And that's pretty much all I had to say today. So a little bit of a shorter video, because this is one of the rare days where I do have some stuff planned for the family. So we're going to have a little bit of fun today. But then tomorrow we're going to get right back into it with, well, I'm not sure what we're going to get into tomorrow, but whatever it is, we're going to get into it. And you be damn sure that it's going to be all about figuring out how we can, get us back onto the right track and into the right direction here with growing our business and getting customers at the end of the day. All right, guys. So thank you so much for joining. Thank you for tuning in. Much appreciated. And if you ever have any questions or you have any comments or whatever to let me know what you think about my plan or what have you, definitely do just let me know in the comments. Brent, how's it going? Just tuned in. See you tomorrow. Yeah, sorry about that. A little bit of a short one today, because it's just for the past couple of days, it's just really been a lot of thinking and kind of planning about where we're going to go and what the future is going to be in store for us, or what the future is going to have in store for us. I don't know. Just thinking about the future and thinking about how we're going to get there. So more talking and philosophizing and less actually doing anything here. But yeah, nonetheless, everything is going really well. Things are going good with the business. Things are going good with the plan. I feel really good. And yeah, we're just going to take it one day at a time. So hopefully things are going well with you as well, if that makes sense. And yeah, we'll catch up with you tomorrow. Have a good one. And good to hear as well. Take care. And we'll see you guys tomorrow.